What's going on, everybody? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for a brand new episode of the Prelude. Okay, Jamar's not here with me, of course, but I'm here to hold it down by myself, of course. And we're here to talk to Keke from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, I know y'all been a little bit impatient, but Keke had to get her stuff together, and of course, I was gonna wait on her. You know what I'm saying? So we're here. Y'all don't have nothing else to worry about. We are here. She has made quite a bit of a splash this season. We have talked a lot about Keke this season, of course. We have talked about her a lot. Whether we agree or disagree, we have had a lot of things to say about her, a lot of opinions about her or whatnot. And of course, she's here to answer some of your burning questions. Now, I have some questions of my own. Where'd she go? She'll come back. I have a lot of questions that I came up with on my own. Okay, and by the end of the interview, I would definitely let you guys ask some questions. Now I see Charles saying he was hoping for the yellow suit. I was hoping for the yellow suit too. But the thing about it was I didn't know that the interview was going to be this soon. So I didn't get a chance to get the yellow suit. Okay. I had it in my mind. I said, I'm gonna get this yellow suit and I'm gonna wear it for this interview. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay. But I didn't get a chance to do it because I didn't know that this interview was going to be on Wednesday until Friday, so I did not get a chance to, okay? Now, for those of you who want me to stand up, this is the outfit, okay? It ain't much, but this, this is the outfit. Now, I don't know where Keke went. She was just here. There she is. There she is right there. There she is. So I'm about to bring her in. Like I said, she made a big splash this season, and we're gonna see what she has to say. It is almost 300 of you guys up in here. If you have not shared the live, please share it right now. We're about to get into some things. So let's welcome Keke to the building. What's going on, Keke?
Hello. Hello. Hey,
All
Scotty.
right. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited. I'm ready for this because I know everybody else is, and they want to know what you gotta say, and we want to know what's the tea. That's what we want to know. What's the tea? You ready to give it?
Hey, well let's get into it then. Let's get into the tea.
Okay, we're about to get we're about to get right on into the tea, you guys. So here's the thing. I'm gonna start off with the first thing. What would you say is the biggest misconception about you being on Love and Marriage Huntsville? What do you think people's opinions of you are that may not be the correct thing?
Oh wow, that's easy. That I am disloyal. That I'm a disloyal person who went on to the show to be malicious toward my cousin and spread business about her marriage. That couldn't be further from the truth. I understand how it looks and I understand how it appears. However, it could not be further from what it actually really is.
Okay,
So
okay.
I would definitely say, without a doubt, that's the biggest misconception.
So what would you say would be the correct way to describe your personality versus what people think by watching the show?
I'm most definitely very loyal to my friends. I'm a people's person. I'm easy to get along with sometimes. I can be quite let's see, pushy sometimes or bossy, but I'm a person, I'm very passionate. I'm very passionate about different, anything that I care a lot about, topics, people. I'm very passionate about different things. And my passion kind of comes out and shows whenever I'm in conversation with someone. Um, Whenever I might feel strongly about a certain topic or subject, I'm that type of person who will be at the dinner table, standing up, yelling across the room, and people like, "Why are you doing all that yelling? You mad?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not mad. Let me calm down. I'm just kind of passionate about what it is that we're talking about." So I would most definitely say that I am most definitely a loyal person to the people that I love and my friends, and I have the type of friendships that are lifelong friendships. I have the type of friendships that my friends have become my family. I do not have one friend, not even one, there's not one person that I've ever been friends with that I'm not still friends with to this day in my life. ever. So that in itself should say a lot about me.
Okay, well that's good. You kind of remind me of myself then, since you said that. Because if you're not my friend anymore, then it's something that you did and not nothing that I did. Okay,
Right,
so
right. And
so with
hey,
that being
look, I give
said,
a lot of
um,
chances, though, Scotty. I give a
yes,
lot of chances. Actually, too many chances. Way too many.
I agree. I do the same thing. Sometimes, sometimes when you're loyal to a fault, it can bite you in your
Yep,
ass. So
absolutely.
sometimes we can
And
give
it's
way too much.
unfortunate because when people see you when you're at the point that you're fed up and they
Hmm.
see that reaction, it's easy to get it misconstrued and say, "Oh, it's her." When it's like, nah, you don't even know the half. You
Okay,
just see it
well,
at the point when it's at the point of no return.
okay. So take us into, because I see people telling us I'm just get to the meat and potatoes of the situation. We're gonna get into the meat and the potatoes. We just gotta break a couple of ice cubes first. I'm not gonna dive right on into it like that. I gotta make you comfortable first, okay?
Hey,
So
pretty good appetizer, okay? Ain't that wrong
right,
with a
we
good
gotta give you a
appetizer?
little bit of appetizer first. So what would you say? How was life like before Love and Marriage Huntsville? Like, because I know that with the show, you're probably going to get a bunch of attention that you probably don't want or probably didn't have before that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what
Right.
would you say life was like before Love and Marriage Huntsville?
You know what? To be frank, it really has not changed all that much.
Mm-hmm.
Just just a tidbit and more. I would say it's changed more so on social media than
Mm-hmm.
anything else, but not in my day-to-day, life and routine. I still go places. Most of the time I like to go places at least with a mask on because I don't want anybody to recognize me, because most of the time when I go out, and my friends joke about this all the time, like I'm looking a hot mess, and I'm like, y'all, I
Mm-hmm.
hope don't nobody see me because I look a hot mess. But people do recognize me, and that's kind of funny. Even with the mask on, I had the lady the other day. I was at Walmart and she was like, "What did she say to me?" She said, "Is that you?" And I knew exactly what she was talking about. And I said, "Yeah, it's me." She said, "Keke?" I said, "Yeah, it's Keke." And she just gave me a hug and told me that she loved me on the show. So it's kind of funny, having those types of interactions. Although it's not just like all the time. It doesn't happen like every day, but it does
Mm-hmm.
happen every now. So there's not been much of a difference since, the show started in my everyday life. But on social media, I've definitely seen the influx and messages and, things of that nature.
Okay, so since you mentioned social media, how do you feel about the attention that you've gotten from being on the show as far as social media? Like, what would you say is like the whole thing? Like, is it more positive reception? Is it negative, or is it a little bit of both? Like, what would you think it is? Like, how do you feel about that?
Honestly, I get more positive feedback than anything. I get so
Mm-hmm.
much love, and I appreciate that so much because I am the type of person who I know a lot of people, like I'm in the different groups, like say on Facebook and stuff, and a lot of people like, you know, the cast doesn't really interact, but some of us actually do interact. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
that type of person who you're gonna see me in the comments. You're gonna see me talking smack. You're gonna see me, applauding and high fiving and giving it to some people who come at me wrong. I'm gonna give it back to them the same exact way, and I'm gonna show love to the people who show love to me. I'm gonna debate with a few people, agree to disagree with a few people. So, like I said, I'm a people's person. I have that type of personality. I'm a big, huge communicator. So I kind of like the rah-rah things. I kind of like to throw myself out there and engage in different type of conversation and things like that. So I absolutely love what's going on social media and to engage with the fans of the show as well.
Well, I can say you do take it in stride because I done gave you a lot of shade in the past already, and you
Absolutely.
even said that, "Oh, I be watching you. I see you. It don't bother me. I see you." So you take it all in stride, like you know exactly what this stuff gives. You know it ain't that
Right.
deep, so you do take it in stride. So that's one thing I can say about you, and I definitely appreciate you not taking it so personal,
And
especially
you
to
know
the
what?
point to where you giving me an
don't
interview.
feel like I don't feel like you really can, because before you sign up for it, you know what you're signing up for. Now, granted, some people can cross the line, okay? because it's
Yeah,
so
they
funny.
can.
My mom. My mom is extremely passionate, and she'll call me. Do you know this lady said this online about you? And I'm like, Mom, calm down, calm down. And she's like, Keisha, this stuff doesn't bother you. And I'm like, Mama, no, because one, this is the way I look at it. All of my close friends and all of my family, they all know all of my dirt. There are no skeletons in my closet that my close friends, the people who love me, that they don't already know. So if the people who love me know everything that there is to know about me, why would I care about people who don't know me and what they think about me? Why? There's
I'm learning.
nothing that anyone can say that would possibly be able to move me in anything negative. Now, positive, of course, I
Yeah.
take that all day long. However, I do listen to constructive criticism. And I do hear people when they say, well, you were wrong about this and wrong about that. I do listen to those things and I do think about them, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
if I was wrong, then I can come to a conclusion within myself or discuss it with other people where I can admit that I was wrong if I see it that way. So everything doesn't fall on deaf ears, but the haters, oh, they most definitely fall on deaf ears. Like, no access denied. You're not getting it this hard, baby.
Well, you know what? I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I gotta say that
Aren't we
I need
all?
what
Aren't
you
we
got.
all?
I'm still learning. You know, even though I've been doing this for a long time, I'm still learning because I'm just used to clapping back, like I'm used to going in on people,
Yeah.
and some things just don't deserve a response, and I'm slowly but surely getting to that point. But Rome wasn't built in a day, so I definitely hear
I
what you're
agree.
saying
I
on
agree.
that.
And you're right. Certain things don't deserve a response. And I will most definitely respond. Even if I, don't agree with what they're saying, or just because I respond does not necessarily mean that it got to me. It's just like, I'm like, you know what? I like to argue. So I'm like, I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with this person today. Cause
She
I
said she like
guarantee you she
art.
get mad before I get mad.
Okay, so I guess this is the start of getting into the nitty gritty stuff. So how did you get on the show to begin with? Like, how did you even get on Love and Marriage Huntsville?
Okay, you mean my very first time ever coming on to the show?
Yeah, just period, and especially now since you're being featured more. Like, how did that happen, and how did you get on the show at the beginning? So I guess this is like a two-part question. I guess.
Okay, so my first time that I was on the show, let me think. What was the first time I was on the show? Was it the Brown Girls event? I've been in the background a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times, on where I wasn't necessarily featured, but I was there and I, saw a lot of things that I've been at a lot of events where I was in the background and they just didn't film me. But I'm trying to think the first event that I was filmed, I think it was the Brown Girls event,
Mm-hmm.
which is an event that Letitia and I we did together. We did this event where we brought little girls together and we just talked about the beauty of being a black girl and black girl magic.
Mm-hmm.
She came to me and she if I wanted to take part in that event that she was thinking about putting together. And I was like, absolutely, that would be a great idea for us to do that together. And also, I've always wanted to do TV. My undergraduate degree was in performance communications. So, I always thought I'd be like a news anchor and maybe work my way into TV that way. But my life just kind of took a different path. And
Mm-hmm.
I went back to school and got my graduate degree and ended up becoming a college professor. So when the opportunity presented itself and I found out that there was going to be a reality show here in Huntsville and I was close with the people that was on the show. At first I was kind of iffy about going on the show because I know all of the mess that comes with along with reality TV because I've always been a huge reality TV fan.
Okay.
But throughout the years, me and Tisha have kind of talked about incorporating me onto the show more. And when she was going to do that event, she thought that that would be a good way to kind of introduce me and give me some airtime on the show as well. So that was my first time going on the show to do that event. And then, what was the second part to the question that you asked?
So okay, so that was the first part. So the second part is, how did you get on the show at this point now, where you're being featured more? You got confessionals. Like, how did that come about?
Okay, so of course, we had the positive thing. with the Brown Girls event, and crickets after that. Okay, but when you're on the show and they show one little clip that could be controversial, of course they want to feed into that storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So they had me after Melody invited me to the Christmas party, which was not the first thing that she invited me to. That's another thing that people have misconceptions about. A lot of people, in the way it looks as if, okay, well, Melody only invited Keke to this Christmas party just to get back at Tisha. Well,
And
no, that's not the case.
that's
Melody
exactly what I thought.
to
That's
everything
exactly what I
on the.
thought.
Uh-oh.
You good? You good?
It's breaking up. Okay. Can you hear me?
You good?
Can you hear me, Scotty? Okay.
Yeah.
But Melody has invited me to things all along. You know, I just, some of the things I did go to, and when things really got rocky between Melody and Letitia, I decided to kind of pull back from going to her events a little bit because I was in an awkward place. You know, I knew I wanted to go
Yeah.
to her events because, you know, we were friends and we were cool, but I also knew that Tisha would get mad at me if I went to her events. And so I would kind of pick and choose what I want me. And she invited me to this Christmas party. I was game because she had already called me and asked if me and my husband wanted to film more this season. And I said, sure. You know, the plan all along anyway was for me to come on to the show.
Mm-hmm.
Even with Tisha, that was the plan. So, you know, of course, in my mind, you know, okay, well, now I'm going to have scenes with Melody and I'm going to have scenes with Tisha. It was
Mm-hmm.
simple, you know, there was nothing more to it. That was it. So once she
Okay.
invited me to the Christmas party, I decided to, you know, take that invitation. And I actually thought that Tisha was going to be there. I did not find out that she was not going to be there. I believe I was on my way to the party and I
Uh-huh.
called her and I was like, hey, where are you? And she was like, what do you mean? Like, you know, are you going to the party? And she's like, oh, I wasn't invited. And I'm like, oh, wow, really? You know, so it was either when I was on the way to the party or like the day before the party. It was right at the party. I can't remember which day, but it was right at the party.
Mm-hmm.
So originally, I thought that she would be there.
Okay, because I'm glad that you explained that because I'm not gonna lie, from the person that's sitting, well, laying in my bed looking at the show, it did kind of come across like, oh,
Uh-huh.
so Melody invited her there just so she can talk about like that was my whole thing because I felt like it was on some messy stuff. Like let me I got an issue with Tisha, so let me invite Keke so I can get her to talk shit about her cousin. Like that's how it came
I
across.
everything. Everything you just said.
Hold up, what happened?
I can't hear anything. I missed everything you just said. You start going in and out.
Oh,
I
okay.
missed it.
Okay, can you hear me
Start going
better
in and
now?
out, so I missed everything you just said.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 So this is what I was saying. I was saying that from the person
Mm-hmm.
that's looking at the show, it did come across like you was just invited
Mm-hmm.
just to speak about Tisha and all that other stuff. So when you
Yeah.
explain it, it's like, oh, okay, but that is the way it looked though. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm glad you explained
No.
it in a
And
sense.
that wasn't the case. Another thing that I really want people to take into consideration is the fact that Tisha and Melody were supposed to have been in a good place at that point in time.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Everything that happened at the reunion, I hadn't really spoken to either of them in detail about what happened at the reunion. So I thought I was going on the show at the perfect time. I kind of thought that I dodged a bullet. Because I'm like, okay, well, yeah, Tisha and Melody are actually starting to get along now. Melody has been at Tisha's events, you know. Tisha's been going to Melody's events. So now I don't have to be in the middle and, you know, play tug of war with Tisha and Mel. So when I found out that there was beef again, I was like, oh, man, now how am I going to play this? And I was like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm tired of being in the middle of it. We're adults. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm just going to go. I'm going to have a good time. And it is what it is. I'm not going to play tug of war and be in the middle anymore. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Okay, I get that part. Okay, so how did you know Melody and Martell? Like, can you give us the backstory on that
Say that
relationship?
one more time.
Huh?
Say that one more time. You're breaking up again.
I said, how did you know Melody and Martell? Like, can you give us the background, the backstory on that relationship, like a timeline or something like that, so people can have a
Okay,
better
I
understanding?
actually met. Shoot, hold on 1 minute for me, please. Hold on
Okay.
1 minute. Thank you.
Okay. Y'all, can y'all hear me good? Is it my connection? Am I good? Okay. Y'all saying my connection good? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it is her connection. Give her a second, you guys. I'm sorry. She'll be back in a second. And while she's getting herself together, let me get me another drink. Let me get my other drink while she get herself together. Yeah, that's what she's doing. She's going out and coming back in, you guys. That's all. And we're almost at 700 people. What's good? What's tea? Terrence, if you're in here, please promote the after show right quick in the chat, Terrence, while she get herself together. Um put the information for the what is it for the after show, you guys? Put that in there. I also want to see. Charles, I'm gonna ask y'all all that. I'm gonna ask her all of that. Don't you worry. I'm gonna keep this up here until she comes back because she I think her stuff is her connection is messing up. So I'm gonna wait for her right quick. And as we wait for her to come back, I want to see what you guys have to say so far about what's being said in this interview, you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Thank you for the super sticker. I definitely appreciate it. Terrence is about to give you guys the link for the after show. He's hosting the after show right after the reunion. So while we're waiting, be sure to click on that link that Terrence put in the chat so you guys can go ahead and set your reminders for it. Okay. We're just waiting for her to come back, you guys. Yes, the interview is on, you guys. Keke was just having an issue with her connection. So we're just waiting for her to come back. Is she in the chat? I see her. I was just in Huntsville. Let me see some here. I just got a DM. Who is that from? Is that from Keke? Nah, that's not from Keke. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Uh, uh, uh. Come on, Keke girl. We losing folks. It was almost at 700, girl. Talking about, I gotta watch Tyler Perry's Sisters at 9. Baby, you can put Tyler Perry's Sisters on what is it? You better put that shit on DVR, baby. Okay? You better put that on. You better put that on DVR. Child, I didn't. No, I ain't eating none of Miss Wanda potato. Come on now, Keke. we just we just waiting on Keke, y'all. I'm sorry. We just waiting on Keke. That's it. Let me make sure. I'm finna what's going on? Oh, there she is, you guys. I'm about to bring her back up. Here she is. Okay, you good?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
I
Okay. I'm
can.
sorry, guys. Look, we had a big storm the other day in Huntsville, and it knocked out our Wi-Fi, and I had to call Xfinity to come out, and they actually don't come out until Friday to fix the Wi-Fi. So I'm using my cellular data. So I don't know if that's why it keeps getting knocked off, or why you can't hear me well. So I apologize
Okay,
for that.
okay. But what I was asking before that happened, I was asking you, how did you know Melody and Martell? Like, what's the background on their relationship, and what's the timeline so people can understand it?
Okay, I know Martell. Martell and I, we were freshmen at A&M together. So I know
Okay,
him from freshman intake. They have a lot of different activities and everything for incoming freshmen. And so that's when I met Martell. Um uh yeah, that's when I met Martell. And way later, I met Martell first before I think me and Martell knew each other before anyone else knew him. And then I met Melody in 2006, 7ish. Because when I met Melody, I was in grad school. I was in graduate school. She was an undergraduate student. We both majored in English. Um, and we also both student taught under the same teacher. So like when I did my student teaching, she student taught the semester before I did. So when I did my student teaching, I was with the same teacher that she was with previously. And I would kind of like reach out to her and ask her questions and stuff about, dealing with that teacher, and just ask her for advice on how to get through the semester student teaching. So that's one thing. We saw each other all the time because we were both English majors. We were just on different levels. Also, she worked in the English department as a student. And the semester after I finished doing my student teaching, I actually became an English professor at Alabama A&M. And so she would come up to the office and visit quite frequently because she had been a student worker in the English department there for so long. So that's when Melody and I kind of became associates. But she and I also both share a best friend. My best friend Dwaynia, she was also an English professor in the English department at A&M, and she was there the whole time that Melody was there, and they developed a friendship. And from that friendship, we would see each other and speak to each other, that way as well. So I've known Martell since 2000, and I've known Melody since about 06, 07.
Okay, so how would you describe your relationship with Melody? Like, are y'all friends? Are y'all besties? Are y'all just acquaintances? Like, how would you describe that?
We are not besties. We are friends. We are
Okay.
friends. Our friendship now, when we first met, even the first years of us knowing each other, we were merely acquaintances. We were only associates. We only talked, like through our mutual friend. We would see each other at events that, if our mutual friend had something, we would both be there, of course. And I started reaching out to her on my own when I was doing my student teaching. And that's kind of when we developed like a one-on-one type of relationship, when I reach out to her in that regard. But afterwards, we were still just merely acquaintances. Then she and Tisha, they got to know each other. Well, Martell and Marceau first. They developed the relationship first. And after Martell and Marceau developed their relationship, they introduced their wives and their families to, one another. And they started hanging out, and Tisha and Melody became friends. At that time, still, Melody and I were merely acquaintances. We were not besties, or close friends at that time either. But we did know each other very well. Um, as Tisha and Melody would hang out more, of course, I would be invited around a lot because Tisha and we used to hang out together all the time. Actually, most of the time we would hang out together.
Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. Somebody must be calling her. That got to be the only thing. Somebody got to be calling her, y'all. Oh my God. One thing about it though, Keke can answer a damn question. That is one thing about it. Keke can answer a question. Okay, like she's answering these questions like it's nobody's business. Period. I'm sorry, you guys. Probably when I go, when this is over, I'm probably gonna have to go in and edit some of this stuff out. While Miss Wanda is in the chat, Terrence inviting you to the after show. So that's on you if you want to attend it. We almost at 800 people in the chat. We're almost at 800 people, you guys. Like I said, I'm just waiting on Keke. But like I said, when this interview is over, I'm probably gonna go into YouTube editor and probably edit out the parts where her signal went out so it could flow better. That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. I'm just waiting. I'm just gonna wait, you guys. That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. I'm gonna go in and edit this stuff out towards the end. Well, after it's over, I'm gonna go edit it out. However, I hope you guys are enjoying this interview right now. That's what I'm hoping. I hope you guys are enjoying it because I'm nervous as hell, but I'm giving it the best that I got. It just feels the same way that it felt when I was interviewing Wanda. I hope you guys are enjoying the interview. But I know all about Xfinity. There she is. She's back. Hold on, you guys.
I am
Okay,
so
you
sorry, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
good. We can hear you
Can
good
you hear
now.
me?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the devil, the enemy, y'all, he don't want me to be great. He don't want me to be great. He knew I got my very first interview to you, okay? And he knew that I was excited about this first interview. And he want to come up in here and wreck shop, not to back on track. Let's go. Okay, now
Uh,
what was I in the middle of saying?
you was explaining your relationship with Melody and Martell, but you kind of went into the question. You kind of because you one thing about you, you can answer a question. There's one thing I do know because my next question that I was about to ask you was how does Tisha come into the fold? Because it's like it seems as though you met Mel in college, and then after you met Mel, Tisha and Melody became friends. So when you was answering the question, I was like, okay, she kind of going into my next question, which was, so how does Tisha come into the fold? How did Tisha and Melody become friends? So, you know, you can go into that.
Dang, you kind of breaking up again. Oh goodness.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. There you are. Okay. I kind of heard the gist of what you said. You were gonna ask me how did Tisha and Melody become friends?
Because it seems as though you knew Mel first and then Tisha came along.
Hmm. Yes,
Oh,
I did know Melody first because, like I said, we knew each other back in 2006, 2007. It was like one of those years where we met for the first time, and I believe Tisha and Melody met around 2014.
okay.
So it was years after Melody and I, had known each other. And as a matter of fact, when she started hanging with Melody, she was telling me about her, and I was telling her like, "Yeah, that's Melody." I had told her about Melody before, and I was telling her, "Yeah, that's the girl who, I was telling you I did we did our student teaching together, yada yada yada." So yeah, I knew Melody 6 or 7 years prior to when Tisha met her for the first time.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that I'm accurate in saying this. Tisha says no, but I took Letitia to my best friend, our mutual friend, Dwayne. She had an event where she was doing like a pop-up shop for some clothes, a boutique that she had started. And I took Tisha along with me. I remember distinctively, vividly introducing Tisha and Melody at that event. Shortly after, like 2 weekends after that, they went because Marceau and Martell had already started hanging by that point. And I
Mm-hmm.
believe 2 weekends or so after that, they all got together and hung together, for the first time. Now, Tisha says it happened in reverse. She said that they had gone out, for Mel's birthday and, met each other then. And then I took her to the pop-up shop with me. But I don't believe it happened that way. I believe it happened the reciprocal.
Okay. Okay. So we're about to get into your relationship with Tisha, which is
Okay.
really most of what this whole situation is about, like your relationship with Tisha, your relationship with Wanda, all of that stuff. So when we first heard about you, well, when I first heard about you being on the show heavily this season, it was said that people describe, I know Carlos King, who was the producer of Love and Marriage Transville, he pretty much um described you and Tisha's relationship as like a reminiscent. I don't know if you ever looked at the Real Housewives of New Jersey before, but he described you guys as Teresa and Melissa. So with that being
Yeah.
said, how would you explain your early relationship with Tisha before all of this show stuff? How would you describe your relationship with Tisha at the beginning, early, when y'all were growing up, when y'all were teenagers, when y'all was really close? How would you describe it from then?
Oh my goodness, Letitia. Our relationship, it has so many different folds to it. It is so complex. It would take me forever in a day in a book to even begin to help you grasp the cusp of the reminiscence of me and Letitia's relationship. We started, of course, you guys you heard the story of I wasn't really around my father's side of the family when I was growing up. Due to no decision of my own. I had nothing to do with that. However, when I did get 13 years old, actually, I reached out to my dad's side of the family, and I'm just kind of tell you how it happened. I had gotten in trouble at home, and I knew that my mom was gonna tear my tail up when I got there too. So I looked my father up, that back his name up in the phone book. I knew his name up in the phone book. I guess he answered the phone. Sure enough, he came to pick me up from school. Am I still there?
Yeah, you
Shoot.
here. You here. You here.
Okay. Okay.
You sound much better now.
So okay, that's when we kind of connected for the first time. We were 13 years old, and from that point forward, we were very close. And right after that, my mom had moved to Atlanta, so I moved to Atlanta, with my mom. But shortly after, we came right back. Okay. And when we came back, that's when me and Tisha really, really hit it off. And we really became best friends. And we were together all the time. We were hanging out together all the time. We were on the phone all the time. We were a million and one places everywhere all the time, and there was a lot of love there. We had a lot of fun together and we loved each other dearly. But there was also a lot of bickering and fighting, as you would have it with teenage girls. There was always a lot of bickering and fighting. And for some reason, me and Tisha, we just could never, ever get along. There was always some kind of conflict with Tisha and Keke. Always, never failed. And it kind of remained the same throughout our relationship. Now, I can say that when we got a little bit older, the bickering did subside just a bit. Just a bit. It did subside. However, the last years of our relationship, it was amplified, and amplified to a state to where we are now, that could possibly be uh what's the word I'm looking for? Non-salvageable. Yeah.
That was going to be my next question because I was just about to ask you, what would you say caused the breakdown between you and her? Because it seems as though y'all are at a place now where it seems to be like it seems like a never, like a point of no return type of situation, or it's like a lot has happened and it'll be hard for you guys to go back to where
Mm-hmm.
you came from. So that was really going to be my next question, is what would you say was the breakdown of your whole relationship? That was my next question. It seemed like you already answered it though. That's that's what it is. I think you answered it already. So these next few
There's so
questions are,
many things that cause the
oh
breakdown of
go
this relationship.
oh, it's a lot.
I think there's a delay. So say that one more time. I didn't mean
I,
to
I
cut you
was
off. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. You were saying that it's a lot of things that contribute to the breaking down of the relationship, and I was basically saying, oh, so there's a lot,
Yeah.
basically. Okay.
Yes, there's so much. There's so much. There's a lot. There's a lot.
All right then. So we're kind of getting into the nitty gritty at this point. So let's just okay. So here's the next question. Next question is, because this is something that a lot of people have been saying on the internet, and I've seen it. We've talked about it in our reviews and things of that nature. We even talked about it in our gossip videos and stuff like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
did Tisha and Marceau block you from being a regular cast member on Love and Marriage Huntsville? Because that is what the word is on the internet. Is that true or false?
No, that's not true. They did not block me in a sense to where they went to anybody, production or Melody, and said, hey, we don't want her on the show. No, that's no, it that's a rumor. However, I do feel like this. I feel like I know y'all tired of hearing about this personal business, and everybody wants it, explain what this personal business is, and everything comes in due time. I do feel like when Tisha and Marceau shared the most private details of my life with Melody and Martell, I feel like they did it with the unspoken intentions to try to exclude me from that group by making me look
Oh Lord Jesus. Soon as we get into the nitty gritty, soon as we get to the nitty gritty, this happens. Soon as we get to the nitty gritty. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Okay. I think that's her right there. Okay, there you go.
God, I'm so sorry. Um, okay, by
You
making me
fine.
look a certain way. Um because at that time, like I said earlier or before, I know I've said it, many times, whether it be on social media or whatever. I became a college professor at 26 years old. Okay. I got my master's degree at 26 years old. I was one of my first friends and family to obtain, a master's degree at that age. And by me becoming a college professor at 26, that's a pretty prestigious career path to take, especially so young, and maybe even making history as one of the youngest Black female English professors at the university. So I do feel like they attempted to. I always felt like Marshall tried to always downplay my achievements and tries to play on my intellectual capabilities, which is impossible for him to do. But he tries nevertheless. But I do feel like they had hopes to diminish my character in some kind of way by revealing these things to exclude me from being a part of that social circle.
Mm. Which is which is was a which was about to be my next question anyway, was about the personal business, because that's been the biggest question. I know I've said it and yelled it and screamed to the top of my lungs, what is this personal business? So the question is, you've mentioned before that a few years ago Tisha and Martell told Melody, I mean not Tisha Martell, Tisha and Marceau told Martell and Melody your personal business. There have been different rumors about the situation. They were talking about bed bugs, people saying all types of different things. So if you can you tell us
I
what the personal
know they
business?
come up with the wildest accusations.
So is it, can you tell us a personal business, or is it way too personal, and is the personal business too detrimental for you to speak on? Because I'm not going to make you talk about it. You can talk about it if you want to, but like what is exactly this personal business? Is there a way you can explain it without giving too much, or you rather not go into it?
This is what I will say. It most definitely will be revealed. Is it personal, very personal? It's as personal as you can possibly go. It's just one of those situations in life that I had to deal with, and I went to who was my best friend at the time to tell them what I was experiencing and what I was going through. And it was only my close friends and family knew, they all knew what I was going through. They all knew what I was experiencing, and I only trusted a select few people with that information. And because at that time I really, really needed um I needed the support of everybody who loved me, because I was just devastated. I was devastated at that time by what was going on. I was so heartbroken. I was devastated. And I really, really needed the people who I cared about, who cared about me as well, to be there for me in that moment. And when you take something that's already so sensitive, and one of the most sensitive things, information, when you tell someone you trust that information and they go and they share it to other people and then give you some lame excuse about it was for their safety or protection, and you're like, it doesn't even make sense. That
Mm.
does not line up to what you're saying. Does not make sense. There is no reason whatsoever that 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 you had to let them in on what it was that I was going through. Now, I am most definitely going to tell you what I went through. I cannot just yet because, of course, we are on the show. Certain
Mm.
things have to play out before I can, say certain things. I'm itching to tell y'all. I want to tell y'all. I promise you I do. But only thing I can say right now is that my testimony is loading. But when I tell it, it's gonna be an amazing story. And I hope that you guys are willing to I can show you and tell you what's next. Because that story, I plan on doing something absolutely amazing with it. I can tell you, and you can tell other people that are listening to this podcast
Oh my God. Oh my God. She froze. She's frozen. She's frozen. She's frozen. She's frozen. She's frozen. She's frozen. Oh my God. She's frozen. Give it a second, y'all. She's frozen. Shout out to the 900 people that's in the chat, by the way. Shout out to my mama that's in the chat. Shout out to my mama that's in the chat. Oh, there she is. She's back again. She's back
God,
again.
I'm gonna see if it'll work outside. Jesus, this is crazy. Crazy.
Okay. Look, I'm patient, so you don't have to worry. I'm patient.
Thank
And
you
it
for
seems
being
like it's doing
patient.
it
I'm
seems
so
like it's
frustrated. I don't know what to do.
it seems like it's doing better out there anyway for whatever reason.
I hope
But
so.
but oh, my mom in the chat. She's
But
still in the
my
chat.
personal business, I promise you, I cannot wait to share it. I'm eager to share it. It is not something up at that time. It was something that I was ashamed and embarrassed of, but not anymore. It's something that oh gosh, I have a testimony. And there's so much beauty in that testimony, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. And there are so many speculations about what's going on. People say, she had bed bugs. Oh my God, I've never had bugs in my life, in my house in my life. I would have a fit. I would freak out. No, I've never had any kind of bugs or any kind of infestation. People say she was on crack. I've never been on crack. Okay, I mean, all kind of stuff. People said that I was involved with a child predator. I've never even known a child predator personally. I've heard of them, and but no, it's none of those things. But I will most definitely share it with you when it's the right time, and it should be. I'm hoping and praying that it's really soon because I'm ready to talk about it, y'all. I really am.
Okay, so basically, you guys, I asked that question because I know everybody wanted to know what it was because I know I'm the main person that was asking, what is this personal business? But she said it's
Right.
coming out on the show. So right now, she cannot talk about it right now. So we got to move on because she can't talk about it right now. But hopefully, she can come back up here and talk about it when it comes out. So,
Absolutely.
so,
100. Yes.
first of all, before we get into the next question, shout out to, like I said, it's over 900 people in here. Hopefully, we hit 1,000 tonight. That is my goal: is to hit at least 1,000. So let's go on to the next question. So we're gonna get into we're gonna go right back to the slumber party. So
Okay.
when Mel asked you the question about the Tisha and Marceau thing, you did
Hmm.
you like did you think that Mel was on some messy stuff? Do you and that's why you felt like it wasn't really a big deal to answer the question or what? Because you know I had my
At
you
that
watched me, so
time,
I had my opinions about it. Yeah.
right? At that time, I did not feel like it was on some messy stuff because there was a conversation that we were all taking place in, that we all, shared, opinions about and said things about. Every single person in that kitchen had spoken on it. So I didn't really, at the time that she asked the question, I didn't really think that she was trying to be messy. Kind of going back and kind of looking at it and looking at some of the things that, I told you, I kind of listen to what people have to say, because everybody is not saying the same thing for, no reason at all. I look
Mm-hmm.
at things like, okay, why is everyone saying this? Why do they feel this way? Why do they feel that way? I think she could have been trying to be a little messy when she asked that question, of course, looking back at it. At that time, I did not feel like she was trying to be messy. I didn't, because we were just all taking part, in a conversation. And that's another thing. When you have to get used to reality TV and the
Yeah.
way that they'll kind of insert certain things, certain places, and chop stuff up and edit it, and have your expression looking this way when it's said to this or about this. You have to kind of get used to knowing how things are gonna go. That was really my first time filming where there was like a messy type of situation going on. So
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of caught off guard. Next time, I'll be ready for something like that. But I was
Okay.
I was caught off guard, and if you notice, before I even answered the question, I took pause and I thought about it for just a minute, because I did not want to give an answer that was going to make it look like I was trying to throw my cousin up under the bus. I didn't want to do that, you know. But at the same time, you're on reality TV. You have to give them something, okay? If not, they're gonna make you keep answering the same question over and over and over until they catch that perfect soundbite that they want. Like, oh yeah, that's it. And you can
Mm-hmm.
answer the same question a million and one different times, different ways, and they're going to find the answer that they like the most, and share that, or put that answer on the on on the screen when it's time to put the show together. So I did not intend on answering that question in a way um that my cousin would have been mad at me.
Yeah.
And even at the end of, but I tried to be as honest as I could. I just tried to answer it in an honest way. Because again, y'all, this is reality TV. You have to give them something.
Right.
So, and I had a conversation with Letitia about how to react when certain topics are brought up or certain things are brought up. And in this conversation, she said to me specifically, I remember this as God is my witness. She said to me specifically, this is reality TV. So you're going to have to be a little shady. You got to give the audience something. Just don't go below the belt.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay. That was our agreement. We also agreed, that we would divulge some of the things that we have dealt with,
Mm-hmm.
some of the conflict in our relationship, just to give the audience a sense of the true nature of our relationship. It was not supposed to go this far. And I feel like they took it this far because they reneged on what it was that we were supposed to be trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So now I answer this question and I say, yes, there were rumors. Who hasn't dealt with rumors? Who hasn't?
Yeah.
Not only that, they dealt with the fact that there were rumors about Marcel on the show. So I didn't say anything that was not already discussed before. So I said,
Right.
yes, there have been rumors. However, no, I said there have been rumors where that have come up that made Tisha have to look at her marriage. What wife hadn't had rumors to make her look at her marriage? And then I said, however, she has not found any of the things that were said about Marceau to be true. I made sure to say that so that there would be no problems. And if I would have said, you know what, Marceau cheated and he a low down dirty bastard, I still would have got the same response that I got anyway.
Makes sense.
Same response. I didn't feel like my answer to that question warranted the response that I got. And I most definitely did not think that it would be that big of a problem after she and I had that conversation in the first place, where we agreed on how we were going to handle um us both being on reality TV.
Okay. Okay, I see your point. Now, this wasn't on my list of questions, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask it. But before I do ask it, shout out to the I hit 1K. It's 1K people in the chat. So shout out to me and Keke. Over 1,000 people are here watching this interview. So shout out to the 1,000
Hey,
people that's in here.
okay.
Okay, so let me say this. So since you explained it that way, okay, so when Tisha confronted you about, going to the party and talking to Mel about, what y'all were talking about, and then you turned around and you was like, well, you told my personal business years ago. Now, as a viewer,
Mm-hmm.
watching it, and this is your chance to explain yourself. As a viewer watching it, it did come across when you said, well, you told my business to Mill a couple of years ago. So it came across as though it was like, okay, what you mad with me for? You told my business years ago and you mad at me. So it comes across as if you was on some get back. Like that's how it came across watching it. Not necessarily saying that's what you were on,
Yeah.
but watching it, that's how it came across. So can you explain exactly what you meant by when you was like when she came to you with it, and then your rebuttal was you told my business years ago. So it was kind of like when you said it, it was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you told my business, so why I can't answer any questions that Mel got about your business? You know what I'm saying? So can you explain that for me?
Absolutely. Okay. It most definitely was not get back. I was not trying to pay her back for what I felt like she had done to me. For me, it was more so like, okay, you confronted me about it. I said
Mm-hmm.
that I said that. And I apologize for saying that. Now, they didn't show all of that, but I did say, okay, well, if you feel like I was, I should not have been discussing Melody, I shouldn't have answered that question or discussing you and Marceau with Melody, then that's my bad. I got to apologize for that. And she just kept harping on, well, you're wrong. You're disloyal. And I'm like, wait a minute, whoa, pump your brakes, pump your brakes. The only thing I did was answer a question. So how can you call me disloyal for only answering a question when
Right.
you were not asked the question about me? You divulged information about me, the most personal information about me, without being asked the question at all.
Mm.
So, and we're trying to heal from that. So, how dare you have the audacity to call me a backstabber and say that I betrayed you and call me disloyal when you have that on your rap sheet and I don't have anything close to that on my rap sheet as it relates.
Okay. 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 Oh shit. God damn. Is somebody calling her? Good God, man. Is somebody calling her, bro? I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I'm sorry. I see y'all comments. I'm sorry, but I'm being very patient because people can't help what's going on with their signals. Like, cause I know how that feels. So, I'm not upset at all. I'm trying to see. I'm thinking about a different way because I'm trying to see if she could talk to me through Instagram, and then I could put her on a Bluetooth. That's what I believe I'm gonna do if this continues to happen, because I do have a few more questions to ask. It's over 1,000 people up in here. First of all, for starters, I'm glad that I hit 1,000. I'm glad that I hit 1,000. You guys. First of all, thank you guys for tuning in. That's number one. Even though we're having problems with her signal and stuff like that, I still thanks most of you guys for being patient. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you like anyway you slice it, boost thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely ugh, I'm stuttering. I'm stuttering. I'm definitely grateful for you guys tuning in. I'm definitely grateful for you guys tuning in. because I've been nervous all day. Like anytime I have interviews like this, I get nervous because I know it's big for my platform. That's what I do know. I know that it's big for my platform. So I get very nervous when things like that happen. And I wanted to make sure I asked the best questions. I wanted to make sure everything flowed together. And I also want to make sure that she felt comfortable and not disrespected. So, and I want to make sure you guys were satisfied and entertained by the interview because I don't want it to be, y'all falling asleep or nothing like that. So, yeah, so I hit 1,000 for the second time for an interview. So I'm absolutely grateful for that. But I hope you guys are enjoying the interview despite the technical difficulties. Somebody said breathe, Scotty. I'm trying to. Like, I'm nervous. Like, I'm not gonna stop being nervous until this shit is over with. I'm not I'm not gonna stop being nervous until this shit is over with. I be trying to make sure I'm not doing a misstep. Cause sometimes I be feeling like people want me to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to fuck up. Like I want to let the people know that I can do this shit. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of what people may think of me or how they may feel about me or how annoying they think I am, I just want people to know that I know what I'm doing. Okay? Period. And I'm very patient. So I'm not tripping. Um Yes, I do have the Bill Collective trailer. So many people sent it to me already. I cannot wait for the Bill Collective show. And I cannot wait for the interviews. Okay, period. I can't wait. Carlos King better give me a phone call. Cause they in my vicinity. You know what I'm saying? So, Thank y'all. I am thankful for you guys in here. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. I still can't believe I hit 1,000. Even though I did it with Miss Wanda's interview, like I still can't believe I hit 1,000. Like I still can't believe it. But it's necessary. It's necessary. You know what I'm saying? It just shows that I know what I'm doing and that I'm good at what I do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. You're doing fine. Relax. I'm trying to listen. I'm not gonna relax until this is over, and when it's time for the after show, that's when I'm gonna relax. That's when I'm gonna relax. Okay. But don't y'all worry. While we waiting on Keke, don't y'all worry because I'm trying to book another big interview. Okay, like I reached out to another reality star. I emailed her peoples already, and I'm waiting on a response. So hopefully, I get the interview. So I'm just saying, this Love and Marriage Huntsville stuff with these interviews with Keke and Ms. Wanda, they have prompted me to go out and try to fish for more interviews and do way more than what I'm doing and not stop being scared and stuff. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not. It's no one from, as a matter of fact, it's nobody from Love and Marriage Huntsville that I reached out to. It's from another reality show that I actually reviewed. So it's nobody from Love and Marriage Huntsville that I reached out to. Trust me. Why don't you try to get Melody? Melody not gonna interview with me. I doubt it. I wouldn't mind interviewing her, regardless. Like I don't have to. Very professional. I don't have to like a person on the show to interview them. Like no. There she is, you guys. Hold on, y'all.
I am so sorry.
Hey.
Hey,
Listen,
this is terrible. I am so sorry.
no, you don't have to keep apologizing. Like you can't help what's going on because I know how it feels to have a signal that's constantly messing up. So I understand. So please, you ain't gotta apologize. I'm very patient. You ain't gotta apologize. Um, and
Oh
plus
my
you answering
God,
the
my
questions
will
pretty
go out.
good, huh?
Thank you. I'm happy that I'm giving you some good answers.
Yes, you are
At
now.
least I could do that, right?
Right, and we ain't got that many questions to go, so you good. So have you ever thought? and this is one of my messy questions. I'm just letting you know that now.
Okay.
Have you ever thought yourself that Marcel was cheating on Tisha?
Of course, there with all of the rumors, that have come up. Who wouldn't? I've
Mm-hmm.
most definitely thought myself. I wonder if there are any truth to the rumors, and most definitely, 100%, yes.
Okay. So when it comes down to Stormy on one of the maybe 2 episodes ago, maybe, um, how
Uh
did you
huh.
feel about her shading you? Because that was kind of weird. How did you feel about her shading you at that I think it was at Melody's launch, I believe. So what's the issue with Stormy?
It was awkward. I had not last time I had seen Stormy. It was at the pajama party, so I was unaware that there was any kind of issue between us. And I liked Stormy. I thought she was fun. We had great conversation. We had fun together. A great businesswoman. I definitely admire and respect her hustle, and the way that she's come up in the game. Like, that's something to be applauded, and I was looking forward.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! The battle is not yours. It is the Lord's. It is the Lord's. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Continue.
Okay, so I was really looking forward to getting to know Stormy more, and when I saw her and she did not speak, I was taken aback by it because I just did not know. I was unaware that there was any issue, and I am most definitely the type of person who's like, you know what, if there's an issue, let's put it on the table, because not speaking is most definitely disrespectful. And if we're gonna be disrespectful, then let's be on that disrespectful tip together. Okay.
Mm.
However, I don't see a need for the disrespect. But if we
God damn. 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 I hope ain't nobody calling that girl. I hope ain't nobody calling her. It's like soon there she is, y'all. She doing it again. Hold on.
uh-huh.
Go
Can you hear
ahead.
me?
Yes.
This is terrible. This is just terrible. But if you want to be on that disrespectful tip, I don't have a problem with that. Let's just be on it together. Okay. But don't speak, don't have me speaking and you not speak back, especially in the South. It's so rude and it's so disrespectful. So let's not do that. Let's not do that. That was my only issue. Let's not do that.
Okay, so now we're gonna get into your aunt. What is your
Mhm.
relationship at this particular moment with Miss Wanda?
Oh my God. My aunt is just what can I say? That's my aunt. I love my aunt, with all my heart. And she has a mouth that will get her into trouble. And believe it or not, I find myself to be a lot like Miss Wanda. Okay. So when it comes to in certain areas, in the area of being extremely outspoken, not holding back, I'm most definitely like her in those areas, throwing certain punches. Um, that's why I don't, let me see, how can I say this? I think she and I both have to be careful how we come at each other, because one already knows if she throws a punch, then I'm gonna throw five back, and she might throw 10 back, and then I'm gonna throw some bowling balls, and she might throw some back too. So we have to kind of be careful when it comes to each other, because she can most definitely get a lot of herself back when it comes to me. But that's just
Mm-hmm.
one that she's going to, say what she feels and how she feels. I do that as well, just with a lot more cool.
Okay, good answer. So the last time you were on my platform, it was during the interview with Miss Wanda, And this question is basically a follow up from that night you came up during the interview. How is the family dynamic since Miss Wanda said what she said? Damn, I did not see it. Yeah. Oh my God, we're almost at the end, child. We got okay. Wait a minute, we almost at the end, y'all. Pretty much. Okay, here we go.
Let me try to
So the
move again.
last, so the last time,
It's just
So the last time you were up here, it was pretty much the interview with Miss Wanda. And so this is where this next question comes from
mhm.
because I think we got two more questions left before we're done. So the question is, how's the family dynamic since Miss Wanda said what she said in her interview about your upbringing and when she said all of that stuff about the term about termination and things of that nature? How is the family dynamic since then? Has it changed or has it gotten worse?
The family dynamics as far as it relates to me and Wanda.
You and Wanda, and I know your mom's side and Wanda and everybody else, like just the whole
Ooh,
spectrum.
that is most definitely intense. Um, it has the family dynamics. There's a lot of friction there because of some of the things that Wanda said, and Wanda put out some lies too. And that's where most of the friction comes from. And my thing is, if you're going to, because we didn't even have to go there, it was not meant to go there. And her thing is, well, you're the one who put it out there. No, I put out the fact that I didn't grow up around my dad's side of the family, just to give the audience a little bit of context about the background of me and Tisha. That's it. That's as far
Hmm.
as it had to go. You know, it didn't have to go into, my mom and how old she was. And it didn't have to go into anyone who's not on the show. It just didn't. You know, she took it there. I also bring up the fact that she and my father would have these arguments where they're arguing about whose daughter is this and whose daughter is better with this. It's ridiculous. It's asinine. And unfortunately, that is something that we dealt with growing
Hmm.
up. And I do believe that it definitely played a part in making Tisha feel like she always had to one up me. You know, for example, I'll tell you, I'll just give you one example, although there are many of why I feel that way. I
Oh my God, golly, golly, bro. Oh Jesus, oh my God. I think when she comes back, I'm gonna have her go off screen because it may work better while she's off screen. Because I saw somebody else tell me the same thing. Because it may work better when she goes off the screen. I'm gonna wait till she come back. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. First of all, I have not seen any of these super chats. So first of all, while she's getting herself together, um, you guys, thank you for the super chats. That's number one. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the super chats. Yeah, I'm so sorry. But I understand. I understand. There she is. She's back. She's back. She's back.
I'm so frustrated, y'all. I
I
am
know. I understand.
extremely. Oh God, I'm
Listen,
so
listen. Let me tell you this. Let's try this because it seems to happen. Sometimes it seems to happen. You may have to turn your camera off, and we could just hear
frustrated.
you instead of see you. So just try to turn your camera off and see how that works for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah, just try to turn your just turn it. Okay. Now let's go ahead and continue this way. You can turn your camera on when we get to the very end of it because we're pretty much at the end. So,
Okay.
all right, go ahead.
So the example that I was going to use, and like I said, this is just one of many. I graduated from college in 2004 with my undergraduate degree, and Letitia is the year behind me, so she graduated that next year, and no, I'm sorry, I graduated in 2004 with my bachelor's degree. She
Hmm.
graduated in 2005, so she was getting ready to do like this speech or she was writing like a paper, an essay, or something like that. And in this, she made emphasis on the fact that she was the first child or grandchild from her in her family to graduate from college. And I said, wait, Tisha, let me stop you. You weren't the first. I was, you know? And she was
Mm-hmm.
like, well, you didn't grow up with us. And I'm like, just because I did not grow up with you all does not mean that you get to exclude me from being the first person to make that accomplishment. I was the
Right.
first person to go to college and graduate from college. You don't get to overlook me just because I didn't grow up with the family when I was a little girl. That's not right. And I feel like they almost, especially Wanda, forced her to feel like she had to compete with me and one up me. And pretty much, like Wanda said, I was supposed to be aborted because she wants to dismiss me. She wants to
Mm.
dismiss me because she's never wanted to give me props for any of the accomplishments that I made or any of the things that I've done. Although I greatly inspired and motivated Tisha to do the things that she went on to do and is seeing success from today.
Mm. Okay. All right. That was a loaded answer. Okay. Um, let's see. So, in a nutshell, is there any hope for you and Tisha, as well as Miss Wanda, to mend your relationships? Is there any hope for that?
I honestly do not know. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I just, there is so much that lies under the surface of what you guys have seen. That's
Mm-hmm.
not the end all. It's so much more than, I mean, this is years of things. And like I said, y'all come in and y'all kind of see Keke when Keke is at the point to where she's fed up and she's tired of taking, stuff for so long, and she's tired of always, being the one to say I'm sorry, and she's tired of always taking the brunt of the issues while the other person plays victim. I'm over it. I'm tired of that. And it's like either we're going to both take accountability for this relationship and where it is and why it stands the way it stands, make improvements and move forward, or we're just going to let it go. Because I just can't keep going around and around, with the same things over and over year after year. I'm just so tired. I'm tired. I would love, absolutely love for there to be a strong, solid relationship between me and Letitia. I love that girl with all my heart. I don't want anything but to see her win, but to see her succeed. And I've never ever shown anything but that. And that's why when she, started putting forth the narrative that I'm trying to come for a marriage, I'm like, what? You say that about me out of all people? When you know I've never ever done anything like that to you? You know I've always supported you. I've always been there for you. I've always been the one to jump up and have your back against anybody. I even
Mm.
told Mel, you know what? If this would have been years ago, I would have been coming for you, girl. But after so many knocks and bruises on the relationship, and you finally get fed up, you're like, why do I keep going full force, full speed ahead to defend and take up for someone who doesn't do that for me? Someone who is allowing my personal business to be spread. And y'all sit around and discuss this amongst people. And don't get it twisted. Mel and Martell are not the only people they told, y'all. They're not the
Mm.
only people that they told.
Mm.
So, and that's another reason why I don't buy that bull crap. Well, I didn't buy it anyway. Why I don't buy that bull crap where we had to tell them because, we had to look out for, our friends. Oh, okay. So look out for your friends, but F your family, huh? That's
Mm.
what it is. Well, you know what? Thank you for letting me know. Thank you. Because all of my friends have always gotten on to me about how much I catered to Tisha and how I let her get away with too much And they always throw up in my face. Oh, well, you'll cuss us out and you'll do this, but you don't do that to Tisha. They always throw that up in my face. So I'm tired of allowing her to get away with certain things, and I just brush it off like it doesn't matter. I hurt too. I might not be as sensitive as Tisha is. I might not cry every time something happens, but I hurt too. I'm a very passionate person, and I love who I love hard. So for someone that I've given many chances to and worked on this relationship many, many times, for someone to hurt me as bad as she has hurt me, and then turn around and try to blame me for the things that she's tried to blame me for and make me look like I'm a different person that she knows that I'm not, I have no respect for that. So I don't know if we'll be able to ever move forward in a positive light. I just don't know. That's my family. I will always love them. My door is always open if any of them ever want to talk about any issues. But as far as us reestablishing and rekindling a relationship, I just don't know if I have the energy to go there anymore, because I've invested so much energy in that in the past, and it never turns out in my favor.
Okay. Well, I understand
But I
that.
can't lie,
So,
I am hurt.
hmm,
I am most
that,
definitely
that's
hurting
understood.
at the demise of our relationship.
Well, that's understood. Most definitely. I know how you feel about that. I ain't even gonna go into my own stuff, but I understand how you feel about that. So what we're gonna do now before we end this is go into the chat, and because they have a couple of questions for you, I'm probably gonna pick at least maybe 5 or 6 questions because we're already running over because Terrence got to do the after show right now. So we're about to go ahead and ask
Okay.
about 5 questions, and then we're gonna end this. So the first question is what was Keke about to reveal when Marceau lost his cool at the potato tasting event? What was you about to say? Can you say it, or are you gonna say it later in the season?
They want to that, huh? You know what? No, that is something that I will keep amongst me, Letitia, and Marceau.
Okay.
I wanted them to know exactly what it was that I was about to say. And I feel like they knew. I know Marceau knew that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I told Tisha to think. Like, girl, you better think. Um, because when you accuse me of being a liar, you force me into a corner where I have no choice but to come out and tell you why I'm not lying and why you know I'm not lying. Now, I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to do this. I don't want that. So retract your statement that you're making and what you're putting out there, the perception that I'm a liar, because you and I both know fully well that I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
So I will not reveal that unless they push me to reveal that. But I don't plan on revealing it at all. I never did, and I never even wanted to go there. But I had no choice because they kept saying I was lying, which is not the truth.
Okay. Understood. Okay, what's the next one? Where is someone says Scotty, ask her where is her and Mel's relationship at? I guess they want to know where you and Mel stand right now.
Melly, we're good. We still have the same friendship that we had before this season began. We talk quite frequently. We talk, I'll say, at least on a weekly basis. She's always calling me, checking up on me, seeing how things are going. I call her to see how things are going. So we have a good relationship. We're not besties. We're not best friends, but we are really cool friends.
Okay. How do you feel about Tisha reducing your issues with one another to you being jealous of her?
Oh, wow. Wow. Wait. You know what? I'm sorry. I had to cut my camera on for that one. Wow. Me? Jealous of my cousin? I have 5 questions. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where? Why? What? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If she can answer those for me, then we can have a discussion about it.
Okay.
Because she knows that's a lie. I couldn't be further from the I've never been a jealous person.
Wait. You might have to turn that camera back off, child, because we can't hear nothing you saying. Cause soon as she turned it on, it went haywire yet again. Oops, she froze. See. See. First of all, how many questions have I asked so far? I think I asked 4, right? This was the 4th question, so I think I got one more, right? Terrence, set the after party for 10 o'clock your time. Because after this last question, it's about to be over with. So you can set it for the next 10 minutes. If you're still here, Terrence. Set it for 10. Because it's about to be over with. Because we only got one more question to ask from the chat. Just one more. There she is, you guys. Hold on.
But I had to let y'all see my face when I answered that question.
Okay. Somebody said that's 3 questions. Okay. What was the okay? So this was the 3rd one. Okay, we got 2 more then. Okay. What was it? Was another question. I know it was about the stuff about the criminal record stuff. Someone wanted to
Mm-hmm.
know in the chat, did you know that they had a criminal record before it was revealed this week?
I am not at liberty to discuss anything about
Okay.
anyone's, past or anything that might have happened, allegations. I will gladly discuss anything about mine. My mugshot that I got on there, that's a hot mess. I
Okay,
will
so
discuss that all day, every day.
okay, so how did that even come out? Your mugshot.
I honestly have no idea. I knew it would come out anyway. It's no big. I knew it would come out eventually. You can't be on reality TV and have a mugshot out there and not expect it to come out. Like, come on now. I knew that would come out. But I don't know, how it got out. I just saw, all of the groups posting it. And my mom calling me, because my mom is already still mad at me about that mugshot. I get fussed at every single time she even thinks about the dang on mugshot. So of course my mom called me like, yeah, now they done found your dang on mugshot. This is just ridiculous. But like, you shouldn't have been up there taking medicine. And then I gotta hear her fuss about it dog, every single time that mugshot come up. So I don't know how, it got posted. I just know somebody posted it and it just went from there.
Okay, and the last question that I'm going to ask is this because I think this is the 5th question, so this is the last one. Why did Kimmy act as if Mel and Keke had no relationship?
That baffles the heck out of me. I don't know. And I actually asked Kimmy about that as well. Because the way that she was acting, it was as if I didn't even know Melody. And I've been
Mm.
around many, many times before. We spent holidays together, y'all. We spent, bowl games together, like I'll just say like a Super Bowl game, and we'll all get together either over Kimmy and Maurice's house or Melody and Martell's house or Tisha and Marceau's house. They came to my house. What was that? It was a New Year's party I threw. They all was Melody there that year? I don't know if Mel was there that year, but they all came. We hang together as couples. So why she was acting so shocked about me being around, you have to ask Kimmy that. I don't know because I was dumbfounded. I don't know, you know, like she said, perplexed. I was perplexed that she was reacting in that way. I don't know if it was for the cameras, but that's all that I could assume is that she was putting on for the cameras.
Okay,
That's most
then.
definitely how I feel.
Okay, then. Well, that was the last question. And my final question is, will you continue to do the show after this season is over with if they allow you to, as far as production goes?
Ha! Well, well. That remains to be seen, guys. All I'll say is stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Okay, then. Well, I can deal
That's
with
what
that
I'll
then.
say to that. Stay tuned.
Okay, well, you can come back on camera now since we're about to close it out. I would love for everybody to see you once more before we go. First of all, thank you. First of all, thanks to everybody that tuned in. We
Thank
got
you.
to 1.1K in this chat. So thank you guys for tuning in. And thank you, Keke, for giving me this opportunity to interview you. I definitely appreciate it. And hopefully, after everything comes out, you can come back up and talk to me again once everything comes out, because I'm
With
pretty
a
sure
better connection.
yeah, yes, with a better connection. So you can redeem
Yes.
yourself just a
Please.
little bit. You can redeem yourself just a little bit the next time. So but still in all, I appreciate you for coming up. I appreciate you for answering the questions
Absolutely.
truthfully, because you did give me all the answers I needed pretty much. You even answered questions before I had the chance to even ask you the question. So thank you for coming up. I
I talk too
appreciate you.
much.
It's okay. It's okay. But thank you for coming up. I appreciate you. And
Thank
are
you for
you gonna
having
be
me,
are you
Scotty.
gonna
I
be
had fun, although the connection was terrible. Next time it won't be. I will make sure of that.
okay? I don't know if you're going to come over to the after show on Terrence's channel or not. I'm not sure. But if you are, I'm gonna send you the link to your DMs just in case you want to. So yeah.
Yeah, send it to me. Send it to me.
I'm about to send it to you now because he's about to start right after this is over with. So I'm about to send it to your DMs now
Okay.
because I'm pretty sure he will want to talk to you. Him and Josiah will want to talk to you. So I'm about to send it. I'm actually sending it to you right now to your DMs. But once again, thank you for coming
Okay, that's
up.
fine. Send it to me and give me about. I'll say maybe about 30 minutes because I know everybody hit me up, y'all. So give me about 30 minutes. Let me just kind of talk to a few people and get my son situated, and I'll be on the chat. So go on and send me the link. And thank you so much, Scotty, for having me. I
No
had
problem.
fun. I answer questions anytime you want me back again. Love you. Watch the show all the time. I'm a fan. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm rooting for you. All right.
All right. Thank you. All
Thank
right.
you. Bye,
All
y'all.
right.
All right, send me the link.
Yes,
Bye,
already there.
y'all. Love
I already
y'all. Mwah,
I already
mwah,
sent
mwah.
it. I already sent it. Thank you. All right. Let me go
Bye
ahead.
bye.
Bye bye. All right, you guys, and that is it, you guys, and that is it. 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 JT, I'm fly with it. CINTY with it. Right cheek, left cheek with it. Fun size on fleek with it. Slim, thick, petite with it. G Mag with the keep missing. One time for my freak bitches. After hour, no sleep bitches. When I get my freak on, they throwing money like me, Sean. When they do my dance, money fight, these niggas throwing bands. JT ain't playing. Little bitch, I don't want your man. Now these rich niggas throwing paper. Now it's time for the twerkulator, okay? It's time for the twerkulator. Y'all know I love that city girl song. But anyway, you guys, thank you guys for tuning in, okay? I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. I thank you guys for watching. Even though y'all were annoyed with the connection issues and stuff like that, I definitely appreciate you guys being patient. I got to 1.1K with this interview live and in color. My mama was in the building. I appreciate it all. Okay. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I can't say it enough. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate everything you guys do. I appreciate all my mods being in the chat. I appreciate everybody I appreciate the Scotty gang, Team Scotty. I appreciate everybody. Okay, so I'm just giving my final words for the next 2 minutes because it's time for us to head over to Terrence's channel. Okay, so thank you, God, and I gotta get my debit card from my mom. mama. Period. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in once again. Thank you guys for giving me this chance. Well, not giving me this chance, but thank you guys for just taking a chance on me, period. Just thank you guys for that, period. You know, I'm always thankful. Thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. I hope you were entertained by the interview. Miss Wonder, I see you in the chat. Terrence wants you to come over to the after show. Yeah, he does. I think he does. I think he sent you the link to your DMs as well. It's too. I don't know, but thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for Miss Wanda for being in the chat. She probably gonna get on my ass because I came to Huntsville and she didn't know it, but I definitely was in Huntsville. I definitely came in black. There's pictures of me at black on my Instagram and all of that other stuff. Yes. So thank you guys for tuning in. It's about that time for me to go ahead and get off the air because it's time for us to head over to the after show on Giving You the Real Tea and all that other stuff. So be sure to go over there with us. And it's about that time. I'll talk to you guys later, and I'm out of here. Until the next interview and everything else that I got going on. I'll talk to y'all later.